Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good evening to all of you. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Afifah Fatin binti Azali. I am 23 years old and I came from Kota Tinggi, Johor. The reason why I conducted today's group discussion is because I would like to discuss with all of you regarding our choices for our internship program. A private school company provided us with several countries for us to choose from. So before we go further with our topic, what about you guys introduce yourself first?
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Nadia binti Fadil Alamin. I am 23 years old and I come from Batu Pahat, Johor.
My name is Nurul Nashita binti Ahmad Fuad and I am 23 years old and I come from Kuala Lumpur.
Hi, my name is Nurul Wahadia binti Ramli. I'm 23 years old and I'm come from Pahang.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Ain binti Zulkifli. I am 23 years old. I am from Muar.
All right, there will be all of us for today's group discussion. All right, a private school company provide us with several countries for us to choose from for our internship program for 3 months. Those countries are Zurich, Switzerland, Montreal, Canada, Auckland, New Zealand, Caracas, Venezuela, Karachi, Pakistan, and also Lagos, Nigeria. Based on this country, by the end of our discussion for today, we will choose the most preferred country towards the least preferred country for us to choose from. So, without further ado, anyone would like to share their opinions?
Okay, I would like to start first. As for me, I choose Caracas, Venezuela because I think it is a cheap destination for a foreigner like me, and the money exchanger were also low in line with the salary, which is with our salary, which is 1,000 ringgit per month, and a hostel room to stay. In my research, with 1,000 ringgit per month is only suitable if we live in Caracas, Venezuela, compared to other countries because it's still affordable for us. As we know that, as we all know, if we search the country Caracas, Venezuela, we can see that there's a lot of crime and violence happen in that country. But I believe that we can keep our safety if we alert and careful and also follow all the instruction and rules there. I find that in there we can take a private security service to guarantee our own safety in there. So I believe that we all will be safe in there. So in there, we just need to avoid the places that has higher crime, and we should know the trails and time to visit the tourist areas so that we can make sure that our journey will safe. Other than that, this country has also have a lot of advantage like the service are super cheap, like especially in electricity and the water supply, and in there also has incredible beaches and fewer tourists, so it also very suitable for us. And also there's has tallest skyscraper in Latin America, and also in the best places with the highest waterfall. And I think that in Caracas, Venezuela, we're very famous with the Avila Mountain, which is a very beautiful places to visit. But it is important to stick to people trail and time to visit, and please go in group with someone that we know, so that if we want to make sure that our journey is safe and is safe. Okay, that's it from me.
All right, thank you, Nurul Nadia. However, I would like to add something towards your points. As we all know that Caracas, Venezuela is a small country, which means that they are far away behind with their medicines and their healthcare. So it will be hard for us to survive there if we get some disease like COVID-19 based on their facilities. So what is your comments on that?
So if we really need to do our internship in there, I think that we should stand by the medicine from Malaysia, or maybe we can buy it online because their healthcare were very poor, right? And also there also lack of facility, and also we really we really need to take care of our health in there because it's not our country, right?
Okay, may I add some point?
I'm sorry.
Can I?
All right, go ahead, Nurul Ain.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
I think the technology in
Yes, you can. You may.
Caracas is a bit backward, such as they still use the old method of technology, which is 3G internet. So I think Caracas is not suitable for us to do our internship, as we need a good internet to do our work and research. That's all.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I see Nadia's point. Yes, the city provide the private security service, but it still costs money for us. Other than that, we are too far away with our family, so I'm a bit worried to stay there. So I disagree with Nadia choices for our internship at
Caracas.
Caracas. Yes.
All right, thank you, Nurul Nashita, Nurul Ain, and also Nurul Nadia for your opinions on Caracas, Venezuela. I somehow agree with all of your opinions. However, is there anyone else that would like to share their opinions regarding another country, maybe?
Me. Okay.
ahead.
I think the most preferred country is Zurich, Switzerland. It is because Zurich is known as a world-class education, even though they are known to be very rigorous. Education in Switzerland is extremely demand. However, it's equally rewarding as well. If you're considering going to Switzerland to study, then be assured that you will get the best academic training you could ask for. Well, for us, if we stay there, we can increase our experience by learning how the education system and teaching method. And of course, by that, you can improve your teaching style to be better and also apply the education system or teaching method to our student. Next, Switzerland is the most beautiful city and one of the best tourist destination. And Zurich is known as the one of luggage city in Switzerland. There are mountain, lakes, and nature, and it's all is abundance. The clear air and fresh water, so you can need to worry about your health. If you want some downtime from your internship, then you can try ski, rowing, cycling, jogging, and since the country also a really safe and secure city, so you guys can roam around anywhere without any danger. Sorry. And thirdly, there is a generally very affection in everything they do. Okay, all the city are very organized. Everything happen timely, and if you're organized people, I am. Zurich is one of the best countries to live in. For example, applying for visa. If I'm not mistaken, we need to apply a visa there, and surprisingly, you will get it on time. The visa. So public transportation is a very never late, and of course the same goes for education system. As I mentioned before, Zurich is one of the best city in Switzerland for study, and campus are great in general. Classrooms are pretty well equipped with gyms, business center, library, art studio, bus, and everything a student could ever need. And hey, we can also have access to use that. Last but not least, transportation. You don't need a car to get around Zurich. The city has a extensive and efficient public transit network, as well as bike path and car sharing system, and surely they are all on time. So I believe that Zurich, Switzerland is the most preferred country to us to having our internship program.
All right, thank you, Nurul Nashita. Is there any comments that you would like to add, Nurul Nadia?
Yes, I would like to add some point. I think in Zurich, Switzerland, they use the English as the language used in communication and academic life. So I think it is easier for us to communicate in there. And also that Nashita also talk about the transportation, right? In my research, I found that all the transportation companies are united in Zurich Transport Association, which is ZVV, which is why one ticket can be used in all transportation on the city network, and the tickets can be purchased from vending machines. It's good, right? And the network includes
Yes.
tram, buses, cable car, and boats. So I really agree with Nashita point and also the Zurich citizens.
Sorry, may I
All right,
interrupt?
thank you, Nurul Nadia. Yes, go ahead, Nurul Ain.
Okay, as you mentioned earlier, that Caracas is quite far from your family. But I also found that the distance between Zurich and Malaysia is also quite far, which is 9,989 kilometers. So what is your strongest point to go to Zurich?
Yes, I mean, like I mentioned before, Caracas is too far away from our family, but it is because the city already stayed as a most insecurity city. So I am a bit afraid if we stay there. While Zurich was a secure city, so I believe that my family and I no need to worry about our security if we stay in Zurich.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Nurul Ain, Nurul Nadia, and Nurul Nashita. I completely agree with Nurul Nashita and Nurul Nadia's point. However, if I must mention one disadvantages of Zurich, it must be expensive because it will be hard for us to survive there within our budget, which is 1,000 ringgit per month. So, what is your comments on that, Nurul Nashita?
Yes, I agree with your statement, which is Zurich has a expensive cost, but we will having a lot of advantage. There's which is a world class education, beautiful city, well development, security, good transportation. So I sure we can manage our living costs since we already provide a hostel and we only need for transportation and food costs only. So
All right, thank you.
3,000 for 3 months. I think we should manage the cost. That's all for me.
All right, I agree with you, Nur Nashita. Is there anyone else that would like to add their opinion regarding other countries?
Yes, me. In my opinion, the country that I'm going to choose to do my internship is in Montreal, Canada. The reason why I choose Montreal, Canada is because of their education. Canada is the fourth in the world for their education. It is because they provide a stimulating education environment, offer opportunities to grow, learn, and develop skill for the future, and career-focused learning. Moreover, all the students have equal opportunities in education and treating everyone the same. So while we do an internship there, we can gain a lot of experience and knowledge from their education. And the second point is Canada is a high technology industrial society with a high standard of living, such as AI and machine learning, robotic computing, the internet 5G, and etc. In addition, Canada also famous for travel because there are a lot of beautiful and exciting places there, such as Niagara Falls, mountains, or Quebec Island, and more. And the last point is in Montreal, Canada, we don't need a car because there are a lot of buses and easy access to buy. We also can walk to one places to another places because the distance are near to everything, so you can save money on gas and car expense, and also get to avoid traffic jams. That's all my point.
All right, thank you, Nurul Wahadia. However, I would like to add something towards your points. I did some research that it said that we need to be bilingual if we decided to go to Montreal, Canada, because most people there will speak two languages, which are English and also French. So, if we only know English, we would not be able to treat fairly by their citizens. So, what is your comments on that? Do we need to learn English and French before we go there?
Can I add some point first?
Yes, go ahead.
I think because Montreal, Canada is not a bilingual province, so I think it will be difficult for us to communicate with the local people, work with the local people because we don't speak in French, right? And because of this, I don't choose Montreal as the city to our internship. Okay, that's all.
In my opinion, I think we can go to English or French classes that provide there to learn both languages so we can easily communicate to each other.
Okay, I can see your point, Nurul, but I think Canada is a very big country, high living costs, and difficult for us to search the halal food, considering we are all Muslims. So I guess that Canada are not suitable to do an internship.
Is there anything that Nurul Wahadia would like to add regarding Nurul Ain's comment?
For me, I'm agree with Nurul Ain. It's quite difficult to us to find halal food in Canada because most of them are not Muslim.
Okay, thank you. What about Nurul Ain's opinion? What is your most preferred country for us to go to for our internship program?
I think that Auckland, New Zealand is the best place for our internship. First, the reason I say so is the currency exchange rate are not as high as the Swiss and Canadian dollars. This can be seen by exchange rate of Malaysian currency with New Zealand dollar is still reasonable, which is 1 New Zealand dollar equivalent to RM 2 ringgit and 82 cent. So I guess it is not a country that costly, so we can still able to survive there even though we only get an allowance of 1,000 per month. Secondly, I think that the beauty of Auckland will attract our attention to visit beautiful and scenic places. For example, Auckland Sky Tower is the most prominent landmark in the city and reaching a height of 328 meters. This means this tower is the tallest building in New Zealand. Other than that, Auckland also has a beautiful and clean beach, which is Waiheke Island. So we can release our stress by seeing the beautiful scenery. Last but not least, the level of technology in New Zealand is quite advanced and good compared to other countries. As example, there is a automatic traffic light system at Homer Tunnel and dual function hand wash, which is can wash your hand and dry your hand in the same time. So I think Auckland is the best place for our internship.
Can I add some point first?
Yes, go ahead.
As for me, I not really agree with Ainzel's statement because in my research, I found that Auckland is not the suitable city for us to do our internship because Auckland is New Zealand's biggest and most expensive city. Hence, purchasing power is low, and when taking into account the sky high price of goods and entertainment and the overall cost of living, this means that Auckland is not an easy place for us to save money, and this is why I say that Auckland is not suitable for us to do our internship because of the living cost. That's all.
I agree with Nurul's Nadia's point because I did some research too as well that it state that the housing there is quite expensive. If other than that, their houses are not well built as well because during winter, even though there is a heater in the house, will need to wear a lot of layers of clothes in order to stay warm. So what is your comments, Nurul Ain, for that?
Okay. I think Zurich and Canada are more expensive than Auckland. So I think we can still survive in Auckland. That's all.
Mm.
All right, thank you. I realized that everyone's choices are Zurich, Switzerland, Montreal, Canada, Auckland, New Zealand, and also Caracas, Venezuela. None of you choose Karachi, Pakistan, and also Lagos, Nigeria. Is there any particular reason why none of you choose any of these countries?
In my opinion, I don't choose Karachi, Pakistan. Even though Pakistan is one of the Muslim country and Muslim friendly, and the citizen are Muslim, which is good for us since all of us is Muslim. Uh, for me to stay there is not good enough because the city are stated as a undeveloped country and insecurity country. So I think that Karachi is not prefer or best places for our internship. What you guys think?
I completely agree with you, Nurul Nashita. Is there anyone else who would like to add regarding Lagos, Nigeria?
I want
In
to add
my
some.
opinion,
Well,
in my
Haida
Nurul
can.
goes first.
Okay.
I don't choose Lagos, Nigeria because that country is ranked as the second worst city in the world to live in because of their crime cases, poorly in education and healthcare system. This can be seen through the number of out-of-school children and highest rate of infant mortality in the world and etc. So I think that's the reason why we have to avoid in choosing Lagos, Nigeria for internship.
As for me, I see that the most common dialect language in Lagos is Yoruba, followed by Igbo, and then Awari Hausa is also spoken commonly by Lagos residents. Arabic is also commonly in use due to the Muslim influence. So if we go there, either we need to speak in Arabic or we need to speak in their language to communicate with them. So I think it's not suitable for us to stay in there. That's it for
All
me.
right, thank you. However, I would like to add some points. I think both countries, Karachi, Pakistan, and also Lagos, Nigeria, have same issue, which is water and electric issue. This is because both of these countries are far away behind from other countries like Switzerland, Canada, New Zealand, and Venezuela. So, is there anything else that any of you would like to add?
No.
No, I think I agree with Fatin point.
Yeah.
All right. So, I think we have almost come towards the end of the discussion. Before we end our discussion, I would like to add I would like to ask some question. Uh, what is our most preferred countries to go to for our internship program? What will be the number one?
I think
Zurich.
Yes, Zurich,
Yes.
Switzerland.
Zurich,
Yes,
Switzerland.
need to agree.
Yes, world-class
What
education.
about second country?
Yes.
Yes. What about second country?
Montreal,
Montreal,
Canada.
Canada.
Montreal, Canada.
Montreal, Canada. What about third?
Auckland, New Zealand.
Auckland, New
Okay.
Zealand.
New Zealand. What about the fourth place?
Caracas.
Caracas.
Venezuela.
Caracas, Venezuela. Alright, so for the fifth place, it will be either Pakistan or Nigeria. What is your opinion?
Karachi,
I think
I
Pakistan.
think
Pakistan.
yes, Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Karachi, Pakistan.
So the last place will be Lagos,
Lagos,
Nigeria. Is that
yes.
so?
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Alright,
Me
so
too.
we all have come towards the conclusion that the most preferred country will be Zurich, Switzerland, and the least preferred country will be Lagos, Nigeria. I think based on Nashita's opinion, by choosing to go to Zurich, Switzerland, we can enjoy many facilities that we can only get during our internship program there, which is the gyms and cafe, which
Yes.
we are which is it is quite impossible for us to get in Malaysia, right? So, is there anyone else would like to comment?
No, I think so.
No.
No.
All
Thank
right.
you for your
So if that's
cooperation.
so, yes. All right. So if that's so, I will let the private school company to know that our choices are Zurich, Switzerland for our internship program. So I think that's all for today's group discussion. Thank you so much for your contribution. So I hope to see you guys soon during our internship program. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Until we'll meet in Zurich.